I don't think people understand the emotional journey of Canada's long wait for the Stanley Cup. Canada, the birthplace of hockey, the land of frozen ponds and Tim Hortons, has a Stanley Cup problem. This is a country where hockey is more than just a sport. It's a way of life, a cultural cornerstone that unites communities from coast to coast. The last time a Canadian team hoisted Lord Stanley's mug was back in 1993, when the Montreal Canadiens triumphed. It was a moment of national pride, a celebration that echoed across the country. Since then, a generation of hockey fans has grown up without witnessing their home country's name etched on the cup. For many young fans, the glory days of Canadian hockey are stories told by their parents and grandparents. Year after year, Canadian teams have come close, only to fall short. The near misses have been numerous and heartbreaking. The Vancouver Canucks' heartbreaking loss in 2011, a series that went to 7 games and ended in bitter disappointment. The Calgary Flames' near miss in 2004, where they were just 1 win away from glory, and the Edmonton Oilers' own defeat in 2006, a hard-fought battle that ended in sorrow, all serve as painful reminders of the drought. The weight of expectation weighs heavy on Canadian teams and players. The pressure to end the drought is immense, and it grows with each passing year. Every spring, the hopes of a nation rest on their shoulders. Fans from all walks of life come together, united in their desire to see a Canadian team lift the cup. And every spring, those hopes are dashed against the rocks of playoff defeat. The cycle of hope and heartbreak is relentless, but amidst the disappointment, a glimmer of hope emerges every year. The start of a new season brings with it fresh possibilities and renewed optimism. A new season brings fresh possibilities, and Canadian fans dare to dream once again. They hold on to the belief that this could be the year, the season when the drought finally ends and the Stanley Cup returns to its rightful home in the Great White North. We have a glimmer of hope in oil country. This year, that glimmer of hope emanated from the frozen prairies of Alberta, where the cold winds carry the dreams of a city passionate about its hockey. The Edmonton Oilers, led by the generational talent of Connor McDavid, roared through the regular season, capturing the Pacific Division title with a blend of skill, speed, and determination. McDavid, with his dazzling speed and puck-handling wizardry, was a one-man highlight reel, captivating fans and striking fear into the hearts of opponents. His ability to change the game in an instant made every match a must-watch event. Alongside him, Leon Draisaitl, a scoring machine in his own right, formed a dynamic duo that seemed destined for greatness. Draisaitl's powerful shots and precise passes complemented McDavid's finesse, creating a formidable offensive force. As the playoffs began, the Oilers, fueled by the unwavering support of their passionate fan base, tore through the Western Conference. The energy in the arena was electric, with every goal celebrated like a step closer to destiny. They vanquished the Los Angeles Kings in a hard-fought series, showcasing their resilience and determination, then outdueled the Vegas Golden Knights, proving their mettle against one of the league's toughest teams, setting the stage for a Stanley Cup final showdown against the Florida Panthers, a team equally hungry for glory. Could this be the year? The anticipation was palpable, with fans daring to dream of a long-awaited victory. Could McDavid, Draisaitl, and the Oilers end Canada's Stanley Cup drought? The weight of history and the hopes of a nation rested on their shoulders. The nation held its breath, united in hope and anticipation, as the Oilers embarked on their quest for hockey's ultimate prize. Welcome to the Sunshine State Showdown, the Cup Final Series. The Florida Panthers, a team with a rich history but lacking a Stanley Cup title, stood as the final obstacle between the Oilers and glory. Led by the ageless wonder, Joe Thornton, and a cast of talented but less heralded players, the Panthers were not expected to make it this far. Yet here they were, battle-tested and hungry for their own taste of hockey immortality. The series shifted back and forth, a seesaw battle between two evenly matched teams. The Oilers stole Game 1 in Florida, sending a jolt of excitement through the Great White North. But the Panthers, resilient and opportunistic, roared back to win the next 2 games, putting the Oilers on the ropes. Next is the Battle of Florida Game 4 breakdown. Game 4 in Florida was a must-win for the Oilers, a do-or-die scenario that had fans on the edge of their seats. Facing elimination, they came out with a sense of urgency, their skates churning, their passes crisp, and their determination evident in every stride. The crowd, a sea of blue and orange, roared its approval, sensing a turning of the tide. The energy in the arena was electric, every cheer and chant echoing the high stakes of the game. The first period was a tight checking affair, both teams playing with desperation. Every puck battle was fiercely contested, and neither side was willing to give an inch. The Panthers struck first, a power play goal silencing the Oilers' faithful. It was a well-executed play that showcased their precision and skill, but Edmonton answered back quickly, McDavid threading a pass through a maze of defenders to set up Drought for the equalizer. The chemistry between the two stars was on full display. The second period was a back-and-forth affair, momentum shifting with each shot, each save. Both teams had their chances, and the intensity only grew as the clock ticked down. The Panthers scored late in the period, sending a groan through the Oilers' faithful. It was a dagger that tested the resolve of the Edmonton squad. As the third period began, the tension in the arena was palpable. Fans held their breath with every rush up the ice, every shot on goal. The Oilers, facing elimination, threw everything they had at the Panthers. They attacked relentlessly, their desperation evident in their aggressive play. Shots rained down from all angles, but the Panthers' goaltender stood tall, a brick wall denying every attempt. His performance was nothing short of heroic, frustrating the Oilers at every turn. In the final moments, the Oilers pulled their goalie for an extra attacker, but it was too little, too late. The Panthers held on for the win, sealing their fate and ending the Oilers' season. As the final horn sounded, both teams lined up for the traditional handshake, a gesture of respect and sportsmanship that underscored the hard-fought nature of the series. Fans filed out of the arena, some in disappointment, others in jubilation, but all having witnessed a thrilling chapter in the Battle of Florida. McDavid, in particular, was a force of nature. He flew down the ice with breathtaking speed, his stick handling mesmerizing defenders. He set up teammates for scoring chances, only to be denied time and time again. But it was not to be. Despite McDavid's Herculean effort, the Oilers could not find the back of the net. The clock ticked down, each second a hammer blow to the hopes of a nation. As the final buzzer sounded, the Panthers erupted in jubilation, their long-awaited championship dream realized. The Oilers, their faces etched with disappointment, skated off the ice, their Stanley Cup dreams, once again, deferred. The weight of a nation Canada's Cup drought continues. For the Oilers and their fans, it was a bitter pill to swallow. They had come so close, only to fall short, but the loss resonated far beyond the borders of Edmonton. Across Canada, from coast to coast, hockey fans felt the sting of defeat. The drought, already a source of national angst, would continue for at least another year. The weight of expectation, the yearning for a Stanley Cup champion, would only grow heavier. Let's analyze the Oilers' shortcomings. The Oilers' loss was not for lack of effort or talent. McDavid and Drought were nothing short of spectacular throughout the playoffs. But in the end, they could not do it alone. The Oilers' lack of depth, particularly on defense, was exposed by the Panthers. Their power play, while potent in the regular season, sputtered at crucial moments. And their goaltending, while solid, was not at the same level as the Panthers. These shortcomings will need to be addressed if the Oilers hope to take the next step and bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada. Now let's look ahead at the future of the Oilers and Canadian hockey. Despite the disappointment, the future remains bright for the Oilers. With McDavid and Drought leading the way, they will be contenders for years to come. But they will need to learn from their mistakes and build a more complete team if they hope to reach the pinnacle of hockey. As for the rest of Canada, the quest for the Cup continues. The Toronto Maple Leafs, the Winnipeg Jets, and the Montreal Canadiens all have the potential to make a run. But until a Canadian team hoists the Cup once again, the drought will remain a national obsession. The quest continues. Will Canada ever reclaim the Cup? The Stanley Cup drought has become a defining narrative in Canadian hockey. It is a source of frustration, of national soul-searching, of endless debate. But it is also a testament to the passion and love Canadians have for the game. Every year they dare to dream. Every year they invest their hopes and emotions in their teams. And every year they are left to wonder, will this be the year the drought ends? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The quest for the Cup will continue to captivate and consume the Canadian psyche until the day Lord Stanley's mug returns to its rightful home. So until next time, thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments what you think about this match and what the future holds for Canadian hockey. And if you got value from this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more everyday news like this.